Good. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Guterman. And we're continuing here with game 2 of the doubleheader between Houston and Chicago. I had to interrupt it yesterday. We're early on, bottom of the first, no score. The Cubs won the first game of this doubleheader, 12-10. It was a slugfest. Santo hit 3 home runs. Now the Cubs have taken 2 of 3 of this 4-game series. It's August 24, 1969. Wilson on the mound for Houston. Ken Johnson has started for the Cubs. In the top of the first, Lou popped to third, Morgan doubled, Wynn flew to left, and Miller struck out. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. After a half, it's Houston nothing, and here's Chicago Cubs facing Don Wilson with 10 wins on the season. The right-hander. And Don Kessinger will lead it off. Okay, Wilson is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Kessinger. That's 212 right-handed, and he walked him. Kessinger takes first. Here's Glenn Beckert. Wilson from the stretch. And the pitch to Beckert. 4-5 right-handed, struck him out, and that's rare, I'm telling you. He doesn't strike out much. Ooh. 1 out. And here's Billy Williams. And the pitch to Williams. 5-8, left-handed, struck him out. That's the second. Wilson is a good strikeout pitcher. 2 outs, now Captain Ron Santo. Here's Wilson now. The pitch to Santo. 212, right-handed, lines it to third, caught by Rader, and the side is retired. No runs for the Cubs, no hits. The walk to Kessinger, he was left on. After 1, it's a scoreless ball game. And Kathy Harden, look at that. If my eyes have not fooled me, Kathy Harden has arrived. Wow. Great to see you. We're picking it up here. Cubs won the first one, 12-10. Santa with 3 home runs, as you recall. We move now to the top of the second here in a scoreless ball game. Beautiful Wrigley Field. Kurt Blefary to lead it off. And here's the pitch from Johnson. 4-7, left-handed, and that is a base hit for Blefary to lead it off for the Astros. Dennis Menke is the batter. .35 right-handed, grounds it to short, and that will be a double play. Kessinger to Beckert to Banks. 2 outs, nobody on. Now Doug Rader. Johnson into his windup. Pitch to Rader. 5-7 right-handed, struck him out, and the side is retired. Second strikeout for Johnson. No runs, 1 hit, none left. Middle of the second, it's scoreless. Ernie Banks leads it off for the Cubs. Wilson on the mound. He struck out 2 in the first. Walked 1. Kathy Harden for the Cubs. Here's the pitch to Banks. That's 1-5, and that is a liner to third, caught by Rader. 1 away. Now Jim Hickman. .35 from Wilson, and that's a liner to second, caught by Morgan. 2 outs for Randy Hundley. He got in there by accident. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the second. Wilson gets the sign from Edwards. And the pitch to Hundley. 2-7, fly ball to center field. And Wynn is under it, and it's a 1-2-3 for Don Wilson of the Astros. And after 2, it's a scoreless ball game. Again, the Cubs won the first game of the doubleheader 12-10. And here's Kenny Johnson now to pitch the top of the third. Edwards leads it off. Left-handed hitter. Johnson into his windup. 5-7, left-handed, walked him. Edwards is on to lead it off for the Astros. Don Wilson, the batter, he's a C bunter. He'll hit away. From the stretch, Johnson. 2-4, struck him out. That's the third strikeout for Ken Johnson today. 1 away. And Jesus is the batter. .511, right-handed, hit well by Jesus, but he has W power, so that is it's a fly ball left anyway. Caught by Williams, 2 outs, and Edwards holds for Joe Morgan, who doubled in the first. Pitch to Morgan. 5-9 left-handed. That is hit well by Morgan, and he has the power. And it's gone. A 2-run home run by Joe Morgan. He doubled in the first. Now he homers, and that'll make it a 2-0 ball game with Edwards on first. For Morgan, that is home run number 10 for Morgan. He had 15 in real world. So Houston takes a 2-0 lead here in the top of the third. And Jimmy Wynn comes up, 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the pitch from Johnson. 4-6 right-handed, and he walked him. So Wynn is on, being held, and Norm Miller is the batter. Miller struck out in the first. That's 2-7 right-handed, and he grounds it. That is a base hit with Wynn being held. It went through with the plus. So that'll be first and third. Once you hold him, he's still held unless you say otherwise. If he's still on first and second is open. So it's first and third, 2 outs. Johnson having trouble here in the third. It's 2-0 Astros. Kurt Blefary at the plate, left-handed hitter. Pitch from Johnson. That's 3-4, and he grounds it to first, and the side is retired. But 2 runs on a 2-run home run by Joe Morgan. After 2.5, it's Houston 2, Chicago nothing. Lord. Don Young will lead it off. It's Don on the mound, Don at the plate. Here's the pitch from Wilson. 1-5 right-handed, and that is a base hit for Young. There goes the no-no. And Young is on. Here's Ken Johnson. He's a C bunter. We'll have him hit away. Young on first to lead it off. From the stretch, Wilson. 4-7. Right-handed, struck him out. And that's the third strikeout for Wilson, 1 away. Up comes Don Kessinger. He walked left on in the first. It's Young on first. Kessinger, the tying run at the plate. Cubs down 2-0. .610, left-handed, fly ball to left. And Jesus makes the catch and Young holds. 2 outs. Now Glenn Beckert. Here's the pitch to Glenn. That's 2-8 right-handed. Base hit Beckert. Young goes to third. So it's first and third, 2 outs, and a clutch situation for Billy Williams. Wilson trying to get out of this. Here's the pitch to Williams. 3-8 right-handed, and he pops it up to second. And Morgan makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs. The Cubs strand 2 base hits. After 3, it's 2-0 Houston. Second game of the double. The first one was a slugfest. 12-10 Cubs. Santo with 3 home runs. Top of the fourth now. Mankey comes on out to face Johnson. This is his 4th inning. His first endurance is the 5th. Here's Johnson, the pitch to Mankey. 2-6, and that is a liner to third caught by Santo, 1 out. Now Doug Rader. The windup by Johnson. The pitch to Rader. 5-6 right-handed, fly ball center field for Don Young. He's under it. He makes the catch. It's 2 away. Edwards comes up, 2 outs, nobody on. He walked and scored on the home run by Joe Morgan, a 2-run home run. That was in the 3rd inning. Johnson throws. That's 4-9 left-handed. And that is a base hit by Edwards. 2-out single. And Wilson steps up, 1 WR. And the pitch to Wilson. 6-7, right-handed. Grounds it to second. Beckert, 230. That's 8-2. Whoops. That'll be 30. That could be trouble for Beckert. It is. He boots it for an error. Glenn Becker charged with the error. That'll be first and second with 2 outs. And here comes Jesus. Clutch situation. Jesus 0 for 2. All right, Johnson. The pitch to Jesus. That's 5-9 right-handed. Whoa, it's hit well by Jesus, but it's a base hit. He has W power. Edwards scores, that's unearned. Wilson goes to third. That'll make it a 3-0 ball game. First and third, 2 outs, and Joe Morgan. He doubled and homered. Doubled in the first, left on, and the 2-run homer last inning. First and third, 2 down. Here's Johnson. That's 5-3, left-handed, fly ball left field, Williams, 3-12. Trying to get to that, 3-12, 19-3, he makes the catch, and that will retire the side. But another run for Houston. It was unearned. On 2 hits, the error, and 2 left on, middle of the fourth, 3-0 Astros. Now Don Wilson, he's thrown 3 scoreless, did allow 2 hits last inning, but got out of it, first and third. And here's Santo, the captain. 3 home runs in the first game for Ron Santo. Kathy Harden for the Cubs. See if they can get a piece of Don Wilson here in the bottom of the fourth. Wilson popped to third in the first. Santo, I'm sorry. Now here's the pitch from Wilson. That is a 5-5 right-handed, grounds it to short X. Menke, 331. 13-3, he throws him out. 1 out. Now here's Ernie Banks. That guy's a pain in the ass. Here's Ernie Banks now. It's 1 out, nobody on. What the fuck does he think he is? 5-10, right-handed, grounds grounds to short X, Menke, 331. He's got to be a child. 8-3, that'll be 31 Menke. He may have trouble with this. That's no, I know he doesn't. He throws him out. Nice play by Menke. 2 outs. Fucking moron. The fuck does he think he is? Some people are just so obnoxious. Jim Hickman now. 2 outs, nobody on. And here's the pitch from Wilson. That's 3-4 right-handed, grounds it to second for Morgan, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Wilson. We've gone 4, it's 3-0. Top of the fifth, Ken Johnson now. This is his first endurance inning. He's allowed 3 runs in 4 innings. One of them was unearned. And here's Jimmy Wynn to lead it off. Astros 3, Cubs nothing. No, Kathy, no. You're funny. You are hilarious. No, I know this guy. This guy was... Okay. Here's Ken Johnson. That's funny. Here's Ken Johnson. Jimmy Wynn at the plate. And that's 2-4. And he walked him. So Wynn is on, being held. He won't go with Hundley. Now Norm Miller. That's funny stuff. Very funny. Okay, Norm Miller, 1 for 2. It's Wynn on first, nobody out. And the pitch to Miller. 1-7, and he flies it to center. Young is under it, 1 away. That's the funniest thing today for me. That's funny shit, really. Kurt Blefary now. Oh. Here's Johnson. 3-5 right-handed, walked him. So Johnson is 1 hit or a walk away from fatigue. Yeah, I'm glad you made me laugh. I could use some of that. Let's see who's available for the Cubs, as Johnson is 1 hit or walk away. Oh. And that's going to be Noy and Selma. Selma is warming. Dick Selma. And Dennis Mankey comes up. First on second, 1 out. Mankey is 0 for 2. Here's Johnson. That's 111 right-handed. There's going to be a base hit to right for Mankey. This might score Wynn. In fact, I think it will. It went to right. Hickman is a -1. Wynn, 1-15, 1-14. He's coming home. Here's the throw from Hickman. And Wynn is safe. And that'll make it a 4-0 ball game, second and third. That's it for Kenny Johnson. Knocked out in the 5th. This is his first endurance. And that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. Johnson pitched 4 1/3. Seven hits. Walked 4. Struck out 3, allowed 3 thus far, and an unearned run. It's Dick Selma coming in. Freaking clown came in here. No hello, no, just in, what does he think this is? Here's Dick Selma now. Both a starter and reliever. Selma will take his warm-ups. And he's ready. Here's Doug Rader. First on third, 1 down. 1 in here. Okay, Selma, ready. Second and third, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Rader. 6-7 right-handed, grounds to second X. Becker 230. 8-2. That's a 30. Wow, Becker may have trouble with this. 6, and he boots it. His second error of the ball game. And that could happen. Oh, yeah. And that'll bring a run in. We'll see if that's unearned or not. Now it's first and third, one out, 2 runs in. And here's Johnny Edwards. And the pitch to Edwards. 1-7, he struck him out. That's 2 away. That is an unearned run. And Don Wilson comes up. Selma trying to get the Cubs out of this. It's a 5-0 ball game now. Here's the pitch to Wilson. That's 1-10, and he struck him out. So Selma gets them out of it somewhat. There were 2 runs. One of them unearned. That'll be 3 earned for Johnson, 2 unearned. He's the loser of record. Wilson now pitching his 5th inning. He's allowed 2 hits, a walk, no runs. Bottom of the 5th here, Wilson facing Hundley to start it off. He flew to center in the 2nd. Here's Wilson now. And the pitch to Hundley. That's 4-7 right-handed. He struck him out. Oh, Wilson is tough today. 4th strikeout for Wilson. Here's Don Young. And the pitch to Young. That's 4-9 right-handed, and he struck him out. That's 5. And we'll let Selma hit. He's a 2 WR. Let him pitch a few innings here. So the new pitcher, Selma, comes in. It's 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Wilson. One 7 struck out the side. And that'll give Wilson 6 in total. 1, 2, 3 inning. We've gone 5. It's 5-0 Houston. We move to the top of the 6th, top of the order for Houston. Here's Jesus, 1 for 3. Dick Selma. He has come in mostly, to my knowledge, all as a starter. This is his first relief appearance of the season. And he pitched in real world. I don't know if it was game 1 or 2, but we have the record there. He didn't pitch in our game 1, so he's available. Here's Selma now, the pitch to Jesus. That's 4-2 right-handed, grounds it to third for Santo, and that's one away. It's probably a 12-year-old kid or some 14-year-old kid. Joe Morgan now, 2 for 3, doubled, left on. 2-run home run, then flew to left. The windup by Selma, and the pitch to Morgan. 6-7 left-handed, grounds to second. Becker, 2 errors thus far at 2:30. He's just hit some bad numbers. 2:30, 7-2, he's out. Ordinarily a very good fielder, but he can make errors. 2 outs, nobody on. It's Jimmy Wynn, flew to left, walked twice, scored a run. Here's Selma now. The pitch to Win. 4-8 right-handed, struck him out. So Selma retires the side in order. We're in the middle of the 6th. We'll take a little break here. It's 5-0 Houston. Nothing for the Cubs to worry about too much. They just focus on their ball game. Wilson will come in to pitch to the Cubs, top of the order in the bottom of the 6th. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. We have a real snoozer again, Washington at KC. I think that's the final game of that series. That's a snoozer. Got to take some uppers for that one. Have to take some stimulants. I'll be back in a few minutes. My name's Jeffrey Guterman. And this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Indeed it is. We'll wait. We'll see if those bats can wake up there, Kathy. I'll be back in just a couple minutes here. Yeah, Kathy, you're right. Be nice if they could use a few runs for this one. Let's get some coffee here. Bottom of the sixth. The Cubs are being shut out. It's 5-0 Houston. Wilson, no runs, 2 hits, a walk, 6 strikeouts. His first endurance is the 7th. Top of the order, Kessinger. Okay, Wilson is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Kessinger. That's 1-7 right-handed. He struck him out. Wow, that's 4 in a row. 4 strikeouts in order. 7 now for Wilson. And he's retired 8 in a row. Here's Glenn Beckert. Beckert struck out in the first. He rarely strikes out. He had 24 strikeouts all season. Here's Wilson now, the windup and the pitch to Beckert. 5-8, right-handed, struck him out again. And that's 5 strikeouts in order for Don Wilson. My, oh my. He has 8 now. The batter is Billy Williams. Here's Wilson, he winds, and the pitch to Williams. That's 3-6 right-handed, and he grounds it back to short. And Menke has it, throws it over to Blefary. It's another 1-2-3, and that's going to be 10 in order by Wilson. We've gone 6 full here at Wrigley. Second game of a double. Cubs won the first one 12-10. Top of the 7th. Here's Dick Selma in his, well, he's pitched 1 2/3. His first endurance is the 4th. It'll be Norm Miller to lead it off. 1 for 3 today. Bear with me 1 second. I'm getting some anti-Semitic replies, Kathy Harden, on Twitter. And I don't engage. These are very, very, very sad people. Very sad people, indeed. Okay, Norm Miller. Don't worry about it. You know, it never bothers me. It ever since I'm a kid, I rarely get it. I've gotten it more on Twitter than ever in my life, but it's never bothered me. I think they're just sad people. They're full of hate. And it's also, whatever it is. Here's Selma now. Top of the 7th, Norman Miller at the plate. Here's the pitch. That's 3-4 right-handed, and he hit him. So Norm Miller takes first. Kurt Blefary is the batter. Blefary is 1 for 2, singled. He walked and scored an unearned run. From the stretch, Selma. The pitch to Blefary. 5-11, left-handed, base hit to right. Miller goes to second, 1-14. 1-13, he'll hold. First and second, nobody out for Menke. So Selma puts the first 2 on here in the top of the 7th. Well, Kathy, I think it's been gone for a long time. I just think social media accentuates it. It just, it makes it more present. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's anything new. Even though studies do show that hate is on the rise. It is a relatively, sociological studies show, it's a relatively small segment of the population, but, it's still very annoying. First on second, nobody out. Here's Menke now. And the pitch, 1-9. And that old Menke hits it, a base hit. Miller scores, and Blefary goes to third. And that's the second run batted in for Menke today. So Selma in trouble here in the 7th. Now Doug Rader, the batter. First and third, nobody out. Rader 0 for 3, reached on an error. Here's Selma. 3-11. Oh, it's a base hit to left. Oh, Blefary scores. This isn't the Cubs game. Menke goes to second. And I think Menke will hold. So it's first and second, nobody out. They'll give one try here. Johnny Edwards keeps Selma. There's action. It's Bill Nye with a nice plump ERA of 5.11. He pitched in real world in this doubleheader. Perfect situation to bring Bill in because it's now a 7-0 ball game. It's not their game. This is not their game today. Now Johnny Edwards, first on second, nobody out. Selma from the stretch. And the pitch to Edwards. That's 1-7 right-handed, struck him out. Okay, so that's the second for Selma. Wait a minute. 1-2. Actually, that is 1-2-3, 4th for Selma. That's the first out of the inning. Here's Don Wilson First and second, one out. No, they do not, baseball demos. The nameless players do not come with the season, but I use them if needed. I use them for any of my replays. I use them sparingly, though. I mean, if I really could get away with not using it and replacing them using a different player, I do so. And they're inexpensive. I don't know how much it is. $3, $4, $5. And I recommend everybody have a set. Thanks. Good question, baseball demos. Here's Don Wilson now with one out, first and second, two in. Selma. The pitch to Wilson. That's 4-6 right-handed. And he struck him out. That's the fifth for Selma. You got it, baseball demos. You got it. Anytime. Jesus Alou now. Top of the order. 2 runs in. First and second, 2 down. Here's Selma now. The pitch to Jesus. That's 3-2 right-handed. Grounds it to third for Santo. Over to Ernie. And the side is retired. But 2 more runs for the Astros. And we're in the 7th inning stretch. It's 7-0 Astros. Anytime. Okay, Ron Santo will lead it off for the Cubs. He's 0 for 2. Wilson has been really tough today. He's allowed only 2 hits, a walk, no runs, 8 strikeouts. Santo 0 for 2. Here's Wilson now. And the pitch to Santo. That's 2-8 right-handed. Pops it up to second for Morgan, 1 away. And that's 11 in order for Wilson. Here's Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. Here's Wilson, the windup and the pitch to Banks. 1-8, pops him up to short. Menke has it. That's a 12 in a row for Wilson. And now Jim Hickman. 2-hit shutout for Don Wilson here in the 7th. Wilson gets the sign from Edwards. And the pitch to Hickman. That's 1-5. And he struck him out. That's number 9 for Wilson. And the side is retired. 13 retired in order for Wilson. We've gone 7 at 7-0 Houston. Dick Selma now. He's pitched 2 2/3. His endurance inning would not be until the 9th. This most likely his final inning. Nye is warming because they'll pinch hit for him next inning. It's going to be Morgan to lead it off. 2 for 4. A double, a 2-run home run, flew to left, grounded to second. Here's Dick Selma now. Pitch to Morgan. Whoa, that's a 1-4. Right-handed, pops it to first for Ernie Banks, 1 out. I'm hearing that we will have a game at 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll be using the other stuff. It's a snoozer, so we'll have plenty of medicine to get through it. It's going to be the Washington Senators at the Kansas City Royals. Senators are a good team, though. Let me see if Epstein is scheduled to play. Moving along in our August 24 date. That'll be a 4 p.m. start, people. And no, it's not him. Roger Nelson is the pitcher. He's a right-hander. I'm going to use Epstein. He may have been hurt. Maybe that's why he's not in. But I'll probably use him anyway. It's Casey Cox for the Senators and Roger Nelson for the Royals. And that looks to me to be, let's take a look here. 1, 2, 3. It's the final game of a 3-game series, so we'll look forward to that ball game, indeed. Yeah. I'll be using the stimulating stuff so I don't fall asleep. Here's Dick Selma, 1 out, nobody on. Jimmy Wynn at the plate. The windup by Selma and the pitch. 5-8, struck him out. And that's the 6th. I'll tell you, Selma's thrown some strikeouts. Here's Norm Miller. It's 2 outs, nobody on. Norm Miller at the plate. Here's Selma. Here's the pitch to Miller. 5-7, left-handed, base hit to left off Selma. So a 2-out single and Kurt Blefary the batter. (5-4) left-handed, grounds to third. Santo, 128. 7-1, that'll be 28. Can Santo get this? Oh my. I don't think so. 7, he boots it. There's an error by Santo. Third error of the game. There were 2 by Beckert. It's 2 outs, first and second, and here's Mankey now. Selma trying to get out of this. And the pitch. 4-9, base hit up the middle. That'll be unearned. Miller scores. Blefary goes to third. Third run batted in for Mankey. We'll see if Selma can get out of this with 2 outs, first and third. And here's Doug Rader. Selma from the stretch and the pitch. 6-10, right-handed, fly ball center X. Young, 3-9. One, 3, oh my, there's a double. And that will clear the bases. Blefary scores. Menke scores. They're both unearned. 3 runs in. 2 runs batted in now for 3 runs batted in now for Raider. .230, I believe. .220. It's really nothing. It's just a, you know. Here's Johnny Edwards now. 2 outs. Raider on second. They'll let Selma try to finish this off. Here's the pitch to Edwards. 5-8 left-handed, struck him out. And that's the 7th, wow, for Selma. But he allows 3 runs, all unearned. Middle of the 8th. It's 10-0 Houston. I think it's .220. Wilson has gone all the way. I'm going to use the bathroom. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. It'll be Hundley Young and a pinch hitter. Rich Nye will be the new pitcher. Selma pitched 3 2/3. Six hits, no walks, struck out 7, but he allowed 2 earned and 3 unearned. It's 10-0, and I'll be back in just a couple minutes for Don Wilson, who's retired 13 in order with 9 strikeouts, throwing shutout, 2-hit shutout baseball. I'll be back. All right, Kathy Harden for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 8th. They trail by 10. Don Wilson, two-hit shutout with 9 strikeouts. Takes the mound. He's retired 13 in order. Hundley will lead it off. Okay, Wilson is ready. And here's the pitch to Hundley. That's 3-4 right-handed. He walked him. Second walk given up by Wilson, and only the 4th base runner today for the Cubs. Here's Don Young. Okay, Wilson now from the stretch. And the pitch to Young. 4-8, right-handed. Walked him 2 in a row. And Wilson is 1 hit or walk away from fatigue. How do you like that? There's going to be a hitter. There is action in the Houston bullpen. Ray and Gladding both pitched in Real World in the doubleheader and in Game 1. That is a start. So they'll have somebody else. It's Ron Willis warming. Let's see who's hitting here. Cubs down by 10. It's Willie Smith, left-handed hitter, coming in to hit. Willie Smith. Smith steps in now. First on second, nobody out. Here's Wilson from the stretch. And the pitch to Smith. That's 2-6 right-handed, struck him out. Number 10 for Wilson. 1 down. Top of the order, Kessinger. Walked, flew to left and struck out. Here's Wilson. .57. Switch hitter batting left, grounds to second. Morgan. 323. This could be 2. 323. 8. That's 23 for Morgan. Let's see if he can do it. And he does. He turns the double play, and the side is retired. So Wilson gets out of it. He remains with endurance. No runs, 2 walks, no hits. 1 left. We're heading to the 9th. It's still 10-0. Rich Nye is the new pitcher. A rare appearance by this youngster. I don't know if he was a youngster. Rich Nye. Left-handed pitcher. It's going to be Don Wilson leading it off 0 for 4. He did reach on an error. It's 10-0 Houston. Cubs won the first one 12-10. Okay, Nye is ready. Here's the pitch to Wilson. That's 3-5, and he grounds it to short for Kessinger, over to Banks. 1 away. In the bottom of the 9th, it'll be Beckert, Williams, and Santo for the Cubs. Jesus Alou, 1 for 5 today. Nye gets the sign from Hundley. That's 2-8 left-handed. Grounds it to Santo at third, and he throws it over to Banks. 2 outs, and Joe Morgan. Joe is 2 for 5. A double and a 2-run home run, which turns out to be the winning run that he knocked in. Here's Nye now. The pitch to Morgan. 5-11. Okay. Sorry about that. 5-11. There's a base hit. Just got that, Kathy. That was an emergency test. And I clicked on the phone. I just touched it and it went away. So that happened. I have 218 though. Did you get yours? Was it good for you? Here's Morgan on first with 2 outs. He's a 1-17, 1-15, 1-12 to steal. Jimmy Wynn is the batter. We're going to send Morgan at 1-12 because they lead 10-0. Here's the pitch from Nye. There goes Morgan, and he is safe. So Morgan swipes second, just a little test run there for Morgan to see if he still has it. He steals it off Hundley. Sometimes you steal it off the pitcher, but Morgan on second with 2 outs. And here, Wynn at the plate. Wynn has struck out twice, flew to left, walked twice, scored a run. Here's Nye now, and the pitch to Wynn. That's 5-8 right-handed, and that's hit well into the gap. It's a double, and Morgan comes home with the 11th run. After stealing that base, Wynn with a run batted in. That's right off Nye's plump card there, 5-8. So Wynn on second with 2 outs, and here's Norm Miller. Norman is 2 for 4, hit by a pitch, scored twice today. Okay, Nye, the pitch to Miller. One-two left-handed, struck him out. And the side is retired. We're heading to the bottom of the 9th. Another run for the Astros. Heading to the bottom of the 9th, 11-0 Astros. And here's Wilson, gone all the way. 2-hit shutout, walked 3, no runs allowed. Has struck out 10. It's Beckert to lead it off. Beckert, 1 for 3. Did you get yours there, Kathy? I have mine on the TV. I had it on the phone. It was 2 minutes early. Okay, here's Beckert, 1 for 3. It came through, okay. Here's the pitch to Beckert. And that's 4-11 right-handed, a base hit for Glenn. So the misery is extended a bit here in the bottom of the 9th. It's 11-0 Houston. Wilson has one more hitter walk, and Wilson reaches fatigue. This might be a situation, folks, where I would keep Wilson in even when he reaches fatigue. At least for a batter or two. Here's Billy Williams, the pitch from Wilson. That's 6-8, left-handed, struck him out. Number 11 for Don Wilson. And Santo, the batter. 11 strikeouts for Don Wilson today. Santo 0 for 3. Wilson from the stretch. And the pitch to Santo. 5-8, 5-7 right-handed, grounds to second. This could be the ball game. Morgan 323. That's 8. That'll be 23. Let's see if he can get this. 7, 9 through 12. The game's over. And yes, it's a double play. And the ball game is over. A masterful job by Don Wilson, not to mention the hitting by Houston. The final score, Houston 11, Chicago nothing. The win goes to Wilson, his 11th win of the season. He was as good as can be. He went all the way, pitched 9 innings. He allowed 3 hits, a 3-hit shutout. He walked 3, struck out 11, no runs. The loss to Ken Johnson, 4, 7, 8. Nye pitched 1, allowed 2 hits, struck out 1, allowed 1. The final line, they go meekly into the night, the Cubs. Houston had 11 runs, 15 hits, no errors. Cubs, no runs, 3 hits, and 3 errors. So it's a split of the doubleheader. The first game here, 12-10 Cubs. Ron Santo, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs. Wynn also had 5 RBIs in the game. We'll see you at 4 o'clock, Kathy. Take care. And then in the second game, it's 11-0 ball game. I'll put this one in the books, people. Stay strong, everybody. Stay well. And I will catch you 4 p.m. Washington Senators at the Kansas City Royals. That's 4 p.m. Eastern. Take care, everybody.